I'll be sharing a super cool story on how this SaaS used cold email to grow their B2B startup to 100K in MRR. This article is going to come from IndieHackers, and I'll leave a link in the description below so you can read the article if you're interested. But the startup here is called Proxy Curl, and they've used cold email as a fundamental growth tool. And it was ultra relevant when it was used to gain initial traction when hitting that big $100,000 MRR milestone. And so the reason why they chose email is that customer acquisition from a B2C startup is very different from a B2B. If you're looking at Netflix, it's $15 a month, where something like Amazon Web Services can be $1,000 a month. The sales cycle on something that costs $1,000 per month is going to take longer than a product that costs $15. So if you're a B2B product, you can't mass advertise to broad audiences with low ticket products. Advertising frequently results in lost money for B2B startups, not as easy as making a Facebook or YouTube ad linking directly to the sales page. So at Proxy Curl, they primarily rely on two channels, cold email and SEO. And so he gives three reasons as to why cold email is relevant. The first one is that everyone uses email, they're checking it multiple times a day. It's very cheap to do so, anyone can afford cold outreach. And B2B offers often take a bit more convincing. So with your cold email outreach, you're getting on calls and sales calls from that initial email. We can explain what you do, address objections, and eventually get a few of them to try out your product. In terms of who you should target with cold email, you should first be thinking of your product. For Proxy Curl's case, they have a couple B2B products. One is LinkDB. So it's a very large LinkedIn data set. They have Proxy Curl's API, which is LinkedIn scraping. And the last one is Sapien Graph, so you can get fresh and rich data insights pulled into Google Sheets. And so ultimately, all of these products do the same thing, provide rich data about people and companies. They just serve different audiences. So from there, they're able to determine that they want to get in front of growth stage startups, sales and automation companies, investment firms, as well as HR tech. So this list is going to depend on you, but it's very helpful to identify this, as then you can go and actually find those emails. In terms of getting those emails, there are plenty of different sites in which you can purchase lists. There's also a lot of scraping tools where you can actually scrape data. There's an example here of using Proxy Curl to actually grab these emails. Something to note, what you always want to do with cold emails is verify them. You want to make sure they're still valid email addresses, as if you're sending a bunch of cold email to dead email accounts or ones that are inactive, it's a quick way to get your email address blacklisted. It's very easy to tell that you're sending to people that do not exist, and you're just trying to spam out to get responses. In terms of time for execution, they're using three main tools here for cold emailing. They're using Google Suite, which is $6 per users per month for their email account. They have Amazon Simple Email Services for 10 cents for 1,000 emails. They use self-hosted Sendy, which is one payment of $69. And at Proxy Curl, they also use Calendly for booking meetings and Google Meet for the actual meetings. So overall, a pretty simple tool set. There's quite a bit of instructions here on to actually go into the step-by-step at setting up your domain, setting up Sendy. So again, there's this link in the description below if you do want to check that out. If you're interested in building your own micro SaaS or SaaS product, as I'm sure you are, as you've gotten this far in the video, there's a link in the description below. We can get sneaky micro SaaS ideas you can steal for free. All you need to do is enter in your email. So again, there's a link in the description below, so make sure you check that out. So this is going to conclude the video here. Definitely a really good explanation and a really good tutorial on how to actually set up your cold email. Depending on your product, it can be an extremely effective way to acquire customers. It's also much more affordable than trying to scale different paid advertising campaigns, and it can be really hard to find these specific people in the first place by trying to use broad targeting options. So this concludes the video here. If you enjoyed it, smash that like and subscribe button below. If you have any questions, leave a comment, but thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.